Today in our 2016 Chevrolet Silverado 2500, we're going to be installing PTC's custom fit engine air filter. So here you can see our old filter and our new filter side by side. You can see our old filter here is quite filthy. It's collected a lot of dirt and debris and kept that from getting into our engine. That's very important. This dirt and debris can get sucked in through your intake, clog up ports, affect your valves and piston rings, so we can keep all this out of our engine by keeping our filters nice and clean. The filters themselves have a paper layer as well as a tighter micron layer. So here you can see how the pleats trap dirt and debris and keep it out of your engine. There's a silicone gasket seal around the perimeter of your filter, and this keeps it sealed nice and tight inside your air box, ensuring that all the air has to go through the filter element. It's recommended that you replace your filter every 10 to 15,000 miles depending on your driving conditions. So if you're driving mostly in the city and cleaner areas, you can extend that a little longer, but if you're driving on backcountry, dirty farm roads, off-roading and such, you may need to replace it sooner. Not replacing your air filter can lead to a restriction in your air filter, causing poor fuel economy, and eventually, once it gets restricted enough, can cause poor drivability conditions and even prevent the vehicle from starting. We'll begin our installation with the hood open by separating our air box to take the filter out. There's two screws located at the top of our air box. We're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to remove both of those screws. And in many cases, the screw doesn't come all the way out. You can leave it threaded into 1/2, so that way you don't lose the screw. We'll now remove our old filter by pushing our air filter box away. We're then going to pull up slightly to release the bottom of the filter box. We're then going to push it back down to get by the beam here and push it back. We can now take our old filter, pull it out of the 1/2 and just slide it up. We'll then push our other filter down first, and we can bring it back up when we're on the other side of the beam here. Now we need to get the bottom half seated first. There are several slots with some ears that'll poke down in it. So we're going to push those down into those slots. They're difficult to see. They are at the bottom. You're really just going to have to feel it out because you can't see around the bottom side. You'll feel it once they slide in, just like we got there. We can now reinstall the screws. Kind of working it back and forth, so ensuring that it draws it down evenly, creating a good seal on the filter, and you're all set. And that completes our installation of PTC's custom fit engine air filter on our 2016 Chevrolet Silverado 2500.